When you log into your system, you'll end up within a page, on my task or on the previous, the closed window. This particular session will, demonstrate out the certain kind of a functionality which has been included in the system very recently, and that is to help you out in terms of navigating your request on the system. So, you can go to the feed section where you will find out in a few of the sections the messages, task, event, poll, and the more. Click on the more, and there you have the file sharing, the appreciation, the announcements, and the workflow. Okay, so the workflow relates to a few of the activities and actions which you will require, whether it's a leave approval from your manager and the company management, the business trip, the general request, the purchase request, the expense reports, and so on. It can continue to get evolved as and when we require any sort of a functionality, but for time being, these are the very important aspect where you need a leave approval, the business trip related the approvals or general request, or the purchase request or the expense reports. Okay, so I'll go and take you to one by one how exactly you can navigate through. So when you click on the leave approval, you can place your request quickly with no paper the required request as a first approved by the department head, whoever would be your the immediate manager in the system, and then sent to the processing by an HR manager. That's enough, the flow. Fill in the the fields with the relevant information for your leave, and notification will be sent the leave to the approved or denied version. Okay, so let us say that when you set off on a date from when to when, right, absent type, we have a flag here, the without reason or the official the unofficial leave, the annual leave, the trip, business trip, the maternity leave, the sick leave, unpaid, personal, and the calendars, the others. Right, when you put there, they describe the reason behind your leave, and then send this for the approval to your line manager and eventually the vertical head. And this is how something will look like. Okay, so when it goes on, right, you can get here. Okay, let me try out with another account. Okay. So the moment I place a request, and send this, submit this request, this is how it will pop up here. So the line manager will get a notification in this fashion where he can approve or he can deny. Okay, I can deny because I'm not happy about this, and possibly it's been rejected by me, and this is where it can go. I can place the reason behind behind the action, right, and that get recorded here. Okay, I can move to the next section, which is going to be the business trip. So if you're planning any business trip, it requires the title, destination where you're going, the start date, the plan end date, purpose, the expenses, and so the currency you'll require to dispense, and then the particular kind of a document which you'll require to attach for the pre-approval for the such kind of a trip. Okay, and then submit. It will go straight to the company hierarchy, and the accounting process will process the documentation. You will receive the notification as an approval moves forward. Then, similar to the general request, any other thing which has not been listed out over here, you can send any sort of a request to the employee that you indicate, right? And then the purchase request, similarly, for any sort of the requirement you need. I have not set out so far the whom would be, so it can be I can set out the instruction for the purchase and all. So far they have not done those kind of the setup in the system, right? And then the expense report, which will go to the approval. to the final approval. Okay, and then the process will be done by the accounts or the finance. Alright, so the title, description, amount and the currency of course set out on the document as an approved for the reimbursement or the expenses what you have incurred, and for the period. So the reimbursement will go as per the defined terms in the EHP and then the quality manual, right? Yeah. Hope this information will be suitable and beneficial for your action further, but keep in mind this has been enacted as per the the rule book what has been defined so far. Yeah.